move with a quickness when you see cop lights and all that kind of stuff, or your heart sink a little bit. What's up, everybody? It's me, Shawn Deon, and for those who don't know, I done did a lot of shit, but baby, this is a judgment-free zone, so if you have anything negative to say, beat it. If this is our first time meeting, hi, how are you? Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below to become part of my family. It's been so long since I gave you a story time, like 2, 3 weeks, I don't know how many weeks, but it's been a minute, so I had to come back with a juicy story time for y'all. Juicy. But before we get into that, I just want y'all to know, if you ever wanted advice from me, or just to talk to me or anything kind of like that, I now have a WISIO, WISIO. It's a website where you can get advice from yours truly about any topic you ever wanted, and it's going to be a personalized video to you. So you make me a personal video telling me, explaining your story or anything you want to explain to me, and I give you a video right on back. So if you guys are interested in custom videos from me, I'll link that in the description box below. Go ahead and check that out. Without further ado, let's get into this video, y'all, about the time that I got caught by the cops. Yep, got caught by the cops. And if you're wondering what I did to get caught by the cops, well, what I was in the act of doing to get caught by the cops, stay tuned. So, it started like any other day. I just want y'all to know, it was just random. I'm gonna say it's the weekend. It was a random Saturday. Clouds was not shining because it was at nighttime. And like many of my stories, they start off on the devil app itself, Jack. Or was it Grindr? Or was it both? I probably was doing both at once. Honestly, it was probably Jack because he was black. The guy was black. Jack, we're gonna go with that one. So, let me give it to y'all from the start. You laid up, you in bed, doing whatever you gotta do to, messaging whoever to get some whatever you trying to get. It was late hours, so you know how that goes. Late hours on the devil apps, boom. What else am I doing? I'm looking for some, okay? Looking. I'm finding a person, we talking it up, and they did not want to show me their face. Yo, why did I even agree to meet somebody that didn't want to show me their face? But they showed me their bodies, so I was like, I mean, you got a body like that, you probably got a nice face, I'm just saying. But, so yeah, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not about to meet you, let's meet in somewhere public. Mind you, it's nighttime, so it's still really sketchy. But okay, so I'm like, let me meet you in public because I don't want to, you ain't about to come to my door and be like, do, or I ain't about to come to your door and be like, do, and you be like, and I be like, ooh, gotta go. So I'm like, okay, let's meet. There's this parking lot where I lived, and I met him, around the corner from I wasn't even living there. I met him around the corner from a parking lot from my old house. So, whoop. Okay, I'm there. He's like, okay, well, I'm already, around. I'm like hidden in my car because, I ain't want to be one of the people that be like, yeah, I'm just here waiting. I was like, oh, I'm not there yet. I was hidden in my car. So if you pulled up and I seen you and I was going to be like, gotta go. I'm not staying here. I'm out. So he pulls up, I see him drive, I was like, ooh, it's a go. He's like, oh, I'm here. I'm like, okay, acting like I didn't see him pull in. Well, where are you? So I'm walking over to where he's parked at now, and he comes out his car, and I'm like, okay, we never gonna do this now. But needless to say, I couldn't do it at my place, and he couldn't do it in his place. But guess what? The old hoe in me knew a spot, because I used to have a spot in high school, right? I don't know if it's too much, but and this is why I thought it was a safe idea, because I used to have this, I did so much things in this spot. I don't know how this time it went left when it should have went right. Well, it went right, but then it went left, but then it went back right. Y'all gonna find out. Stay with me. So I was like, okay, well, I got a spot for, first we just talked for a second, because I was kind of I was just vibing with him. I was like, okay. I actually know this person's name. During that conversation, you know how sometimes you just be ready to do what you gotta do. You don't even ask for their name, or they tell you you don't really care to hear or listen or anything. So I'm like, okay, we talking. We standing. My legs kind of start hurting. He ain't invited me to sit in his car yet. Then he invited me to sit in the car. We talking. And I was like, so, and he was like, so, and I was like, okay, we gonna go to this spot that I got. And you know, for me, I was an old hoe. Well, at that point, I was probably still a hoe. What's that? We on the fence, probably. Anyway. So I was like, oh, not trying to make it obvious, like, oh, this is the spot I go to all the time. Like, no, you don't need to know that. I just thought of this. And I was like, okay, well, I know this area a little bit. Let's drive around and see if we can find something. And I'm like, take this turn. Like, mind you, the place was like right, you know, up the street, around the corner type shit. And I didn't bring him directly to it, even though I could. I was like, take this turn, and then take that turn. And I had to act like I was trying to figure it out. Like, oh, what about over there? Well, what about over there? And now we got to the spot, and I was like, let's do here. This looks very, you know, okay, like a safe spot, a safe place. This is a safe place. So, you know, now I'm like, okay, we in a spot, we about to get it popping. You know, we start doing what it do. All that kind of stuff that, you know, people start doing. Mind you, he had an FUV, so I was like, goody. So some space. But so yeah, you know, we Millie rocking, weaving the oceans, body rocking the boat, all that kind of stuff. We doing what we gotta do. We gotta get it done. It's getting done. It's what it was. Mind you, I was like, who is this? Hey, mama. Videoing. You come over here, come sit down.
No, I gotta finish food so I can eat. Okay, no, thank you.
You don't want to sit down and listen to my story?
Not right now. I'll listen to it when you finish with it.
No, you don't need to. Nope. Not at all. So anyway, you know, I'm like, okay, SUV, great, space. Somehow ended up outside of the car. I'm like, well, you know, it's getting real Caucasian in here. I don't do this kind of stuff. Very much that. So then, all of a sudden, you know, it's kind of ending. You know, time's winding down. I'm like, okay, we're good. You know, boom, have fun, great time. You know, all that good stuff. Clothes still off. Starting round 2. What do you know it? Somehow, I look back. I saw a light, a flashing light, and I said, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And in that moment, I'm like, you know, you move with a quickness when you see cop lights and all that kind of stuff, or your heart sink a little bit. So it's kind of like, okay, don't know where I'm going with this. So if anybody has dealt with me out in public and anything like that, you know one thing. I could lie us out of some situations. I may not be proud of that, but I can get us out. So I did just that. Rolled up. Well, he walking up. And I'm like, okay. Shut up. Let me talk. You just be there. And I started a whole argument. Yes, I did. Like, acting like the cop wasn't even there. Just like, you just ain't, you know, you always, you know, when people having issues, you know, they don't want to be involved in all that. So I'm legit just like, I'm just so sorry, officer. We just talking, needed a moment. He's like, well, you just can't do that here. Y'all have to leave their premises or their property or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. That's totally fine. We could do that. Y'all, it just felt like one of those moments I got a slap on the wrist and I was good, and I was like, whoo! Never did it again. So after that, you know, one, I'm proud of myself. Like, I did that. Like, clothes was on backwards, like a whole lot not the right way, but that's fine. Then we went to IHOP. It's like 2, 3 a.m. I don't know. Then we went to IHOP. Had a great time. He paid and everything. I was just like, made a new friend. There's more. Look, there's more to, not more to this story, but like there's more times with this person because of that time that I could tell y'all that we're gonna get into in another video about like country clubs and all that kind of stuff. Just know that is included and involved. But like, the moral of this story, or the lesson for this story, just because you know a spot that worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 times before, don't mean it's gonna work the next time. That is the lesson. That is my story, and I'm sticking with it. Well, anyways, that's all we have for today's story time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. Send it to 1 billion people and let them all subscribe too, so tomorrow I should wake up with 1 billion followers. Anyway, remember, go ahead and check out that WISIO website for your personalized advice from yours truly. And if no one told you today, you're beautiful, I love you, and until next time, bye.